You need to be doing everything in your powers to say 13-8 last time wasn't good enough. We need to beat them this time 13-5.
Here it is. Vitality, one of the best in the world, one of the favorites to win the major, has a rematch according to the Paris final, but it's a very different lineup. Can the plucky underdogs of GamerLegion upset the apple cart? Let's find out.
Yeah, Vitality coming into this undoubtedly as the heavy favorites. Able to get through the RMR flawlessly, 3-0. And now arriving into the elimination stage after a 2-week hiatus. They're back on our screens, and we want to see them put their best foot forward. Very much front runners for a run into the playoffs. A deep run required from Vitality.
Yeah, I love how you set that up, because GamerLegion are the exact opposite, right? This team has had to grind through so many BO3s in these last couple of weeks to even get the chance to be here, and they've damn well earned it. But how deep does the rabbit hole go? Are they ready for a tier 1 team? It's about time. Flamesy up on the stairs. We've got this late under lurk coming fast as Flammers, but there's 2 more players in middle, and Vitality happily take the fights. Zaiwu dead after 1. Flamesy overwhelmed by Torsen. The Dane doubles up, and GamerLegion wrap this site in 2.
All right, Spinks and Mezzi still in this round. They're both grouped up over at the spawn. They're going to hold for this rotate back to B.
Safe rotate, yeah. Don't need to go through CT. Don't need to get too tricky. Make that jump up, drop under, do whatever you can just to get into that B bomb site. It's empty right now. They don't seem to believe it. That buys Mezzi time to rotate in, and Spinks can't afford to give away a kill right now as they're waiting for him. It's a nice little trap set by GamerLegion, but how far will Spinks go?
Oh, he's just seen the bomb crossing out of ladder room. Footsteps heard. They're moving at him in through jungle. Spinks cleanly done for the first. 2 more where that came from, though, and Torsen continues this hot start in the pistol round. It's going to have to be Mezzi.
Kit down in con.
Chance to go retrieve that. Can he put a stop to Torsen, who starts this matchup off with flying colors? 3 kills deep in the pistol. They double swing Mezzi. 7 shots left in the P2K. Load off. They swing him again. It's these countdowns and swings. Mezzi knows what they're planning. He knows he's got to try and make a play, break these fights up, but it's all about Torsen.
Huge 4 kills for the Dane. I mean, he was meant to be a bit of a prospect coming into this, RMR run. We never really saw it. It was Flammers who took the reins of this roster. Slend, who had some great AWPing as well. But Torsen, no time to shine like right now. Because GamerLegion, what's weird, in all these BO3s through the opening stage coming through, 3-1, 4 of these players are actually below a 1.0 rating inside of the team. The numbers haven't been great. It's been coming off of great team play, great strats, good calls for ZTR, and winning the game that way, not by individuals popping off. So add Torsen to the mix. GamerLegion coming confident. Got to force up for Vitality. They're not going to be falling apart early in this match. Already finding damage and a kill. Underplay is good for Apex. Molly eaten in the face. Mezzi coming in swinging. They're just going for the throat right now. Vitality trying to make this round quick and clean. 2 rifles trapped.
Oh, Slend run at this MP9 of Mezzi. Delivering for Vitality. And it's only Volt left standing.
Mentally resigned to the save, I'd imagine, at this point. But you know the round's not going to come that easy. And Zaiwu's here to finish the job. USP headshot. Team Vitality get in the game early.
I mean, talked about on the desk in terms of the organizations. This is a matchup from the Paris Major Final, but the only guy from that Vitality faced on their run would be Volt, who was in the ITB jersey, playing him in the quarterfinal there.
Yeah, Ash has seen this before, but
yeah.
Not many parallels you can really draw otherwise. especially not in the stakes. This is a game where Vitality should be confidently coming through, flexing their muscles, warming in after that 2-week hiatus that you mentioned. It is exciting that you get a few days, like a day off coming in. So GamerLegion have had time to prep. Ash, CTR have had time to look at what they expect Vitality to bring, but it can be so hard to know when Vitality have also had all this time off to perfect and reflect upon their RMR run. And it was unblemished. All the late jump for Mezzi is awkward. That gives them a better timing into this B-bomb site.
Oh, they well overrun Mezzi. All getting the better of him. ZywOo now on the scene. And a boost up for Spinks on the short side allows Vitality to keep the pressure on. No peeks offered up to Spinks. GamerLegion play it very safe right now, waiting for this util to fade to Vitality. There's one of those countdown peaks. Oh, they try it again. They go right into ZywOo. Not the guy you want to face. Apex tries to peel the attention away from shots. What? Apex had him in a bag, but Flammers stands to his feet. That play right there has teed something up for GamerLegion.
They're just playing with him. They're fake jumping at him, just trying to make him look the wrong way. He doesn't fall for it. He plays off feeling. He makes the right reads. And he hits every single shot. Apex turned away. He thought he'd done him in. He thought he'd done him in, Harry. All right, Flammers. Welcome to the stage. That round was already over, it felt like. It was ZTR on default with a pistol. Flammers in the most exposed position in the site. And Vitality just throw 4 bodies at him. DOA. Okay.
Well, this one gets off to an explosive start. Back and forth to open. A return to the force fires from Vitality. GamerLegion keep the pressure on. And now 3 strong up through the connector. ZywOo, scout in hand, had a chance at the opener there. They're giving him a couple of opportunities, but he misses them both. Up over the stairs. A lot of pressure on ZywOo here. First shot lands. Spinks and Flames throw themselves into the round now. It's another one of these clutches needing to come through, and Vitality do not give you the room.
Apex responds very swiftly after his whiff, just runs in with the USP and finishes the job. I don't want to get too worried for Vitality off of that 1 round, because you're really going to have to earn them against this star-studded roster. And this is a team that are great at low econ rounds, really good at trading off each other. ZywOo Scout, one of the best in the world, if not the best. So you get that quick flash from Flammers. But that GamerLegion spark has got to stay lit in this T side as Vitality immediately respond with a one-sided round. No rest for the wicked. Force buy comes out, 2 rifles in this round. No util, really. That's the big danger. You got a couple of smokes and a flashbang. Doesn't give you much to play with in the long run.
I mean, I think one of the things Vitality are probably feeling already, this was, you know, one of the first opponents they faced on their run through the RMR. They were one of the teams that sent GamerLegion down 0-2, having to dig deep and try and recover. But as we've seen across the major so far now, GamerLegion have been leveling up. And so Vitality are learning that this is a very different team to the one they played to open up their RMR run. GamerLegion had to face some wild demons early on in this tournament. Torsen, smoke push, gets in behind them in the window. They've got no idea. Flames dead in the meantime. And Torsen still waiting for his time to strike, goes looking for ZywOo, knows that Apex is in the window behind him. Apex drops down into middle, Torsen picks up a freebie. It's another round where ZywOo has multi-killed and put something on the board for Vitality. It's just down to Mezzi and Apex to seal the deal. They're playing with a chance to trade here, a chance to swing off of the contact of Apex in top middle, but Mezzi will be hard-pressed to get this trade if Apex falls. He's going to have to make noise, going to have to charge in, and so Apex winning that fight cleanly felt like a requirement for that to stop feeling weird.
Almost feels strange to say because he whiffed his shot, but yeah, Apex playing very confident right now, happy to just take these fights, not necessarily waiting for his teammates, not feeling the respect for his opponent, and that's a good sign for Vitality, at least so far. 3-2. It's awkward for Torsen. He finds great timing on window, knows he gets behind Apex, but GamerLegion get crunched in middle. So it was too little, too late for the flank.
I mean, you know Apex's mindset for these sort of games. He always says, you know, you can't underestimate your opponents, but you shouldn't overestimate them either. You have to play like favorites, but give them the respect of doing the prep, doing the work to get to know your opponent.
That's what they said before that Paris final, and they took it with ease. Fairly close second map, but overall, full control of the series. Vitality, knowing they're the better team. GamerLegion have to earn this one. Deagle looking B, Torsen trying to find that one shot to open the site to give them a runway into B. Mezzi dealing with him, puts him very low. Now it's just Glocks. They're going nowhere fast. Nice clean round for Vitality.
Promising start as well from ZywOo and Spinks. You know, if that keeps up, that is a serious duo to have to try and remove. Flames yet to have his round, but often so influential to how these Mirage games play out. Some of my favorite Flames moments have been on this map in a variety of different jerseys. And so expect him to get the ball rolling soon. Especially with him being one of the guys, you know, confirmed to be sticking it out in Vitality that much longer. Flames flashed in ramp side, tries to make an aggressive move. Does have Volt watching over him there. And so doesn't get too aggressive with it. Just enough to have stripped a bit of info away, having that slightly forward position. Vitality seem to think this play is coming in over towards middle. That's how they're teed up right now. And they would be right in that. GamerLegion move into mid with 3, and they've even got Torsen in the lower tunnels starting to move out now as well.
Losing a lot of info on A though. Crunch better come in quick.
Can't stick the landing on the transfer, takes ZywOo to move in, lend a helping hand.
There it is.
ZywOo double up down in middle, and it's just Volt left, starts his round off over at ramp, and that's where it comes crashing down.
That info
Flames, smooth moves to go up and over and find him.
Going for info there couldn't have come at a better timing for Vitality. I think they wait the whole round, they're barely even peeking middle. They've made GamerLegion a little uncomfortable, who really want to pick before they split that site, and even as Vitality get smoked off at A, lose that information, GamerLegion can be out. It's in fact 4 mid, and Vitality 1-2 punch through the window and ladder in unison and trade out really nicely. Great double kill for ZywOo, remaining active. Miss window smoke, oh dear. It's not the RMR, you can't get away with that again. You will pay the price to giving ZywOo an open sightline, break on the smoke, molly behind the box. GamerLegion have found out now the error of their ways.
Just a frustrating mistake to have if you're GamerLegion. You come into this round with limited util anyway. You probably have a real purpose in mind about what you want to accomplish with it. And now one of your smokes is lost to nothing over in mid. Flames up close in the connector. Now he's got support, but support's not needed. Flames does it all. And there's ZywOo with the final trade, so it's kept nice and clean for Vitality. 4 AKs in play for Vitality on this CT side. That's terrifying.
You have some insane aimers as well, right? You're already talking about Flames, but Spinks in the connector is going to be a nightmare alongside him when he moves off of A. And ZywOo, capable rifler, now goes onto the AWP.
GamerLegion's also having a great start to their run in the elimination stage. Back in Cologne, we got to have Apex looking real good for Vitality. He had a fantastic tournament there.
Stage player.
Yeah.
Definitely a stage player. Saw him on Dust 2 against Sword, just run it down. Top frag that series. Still a capable fragger when Vitality need him. And to be honest, they didn't there.
I mean, you feel like he levels up whenever it's, you know, like you say, in front of a crowd when he's the favorite, you get a lot of mileage out of Apex. You see him roll back the years.
Well, that's when you want the experienced players, right? The guys who've been around for so long, the guys that have played, you know, Tier 1 CS for a decade and sometimes even longer, versus GamerLegion, an unaccomplished young GamerLegion. This is their biggest and deepest run of all time with this roster. So for most of these players, they've never experienced something like this. Now you're up against a team who will not feel the nerves. You've got to force that out of them. ZywOo, great position. They need an even better flashbang. They get it in, he moves out. Dealing with that Palace luck. They're already out Tetris. ZywOo's in a bit of trouble right now. Gaining some space, but he flicks back in time. Here's the rifles over the stairs. Flames and Apex rather in the right side.
Oh, ZywOo forced out by the molly, but he will live. Gets out at 33 HP.
See ya.
They still don't know about Apex, who finally plays his hand. Flames over the top, and one by one, GamerLegion come crumbling down. It's just ZTR, late mid-lurk. And not the guy for the job, he's being held. Mezzi with the spot. It's a clean lead maintained for Vitality. This is the exact start you want for one of the teams that you are eyeing up that playoff run from.
Yeah,
I think that's the big difference, right? It kind of like what you were just saying for GamerLegion. This is the highest of heights, the deepest run, and the most important tournament ever for this team. For Vitality, this is just the start of their journey, right?
Yeah. This is, again, another title contender, right? We have a couple, we have, you know, four safe teams we want to see in those playoffs make a run. 4 teams who could take the trophy. And then that conversation opens up a little bit, but this is one of the safe 4. And GamerLegion, as I said earlier, it's not been individual prowess necessarily winning all their games. It's come down to strategy, but Vitality are just winning in the head-to-head. They're just bashing them with sticks, with mallets, with rocks. Another hold on the B site for Mezzi. He won't give it up without a fight. ZywOo in the site, pistol out right now. Just flexing on him. Flamus hits a headshot. ZywOo shows it how it's done. And Slen just looking for that kill that ZywOo will refuse to give over. They're chasing him out. He goes for the fake part, looking for a kill right now. But the molly and the spray for Flamesy is enough. And so strategy can only take you so far. The ideas have been there for ZTR, but Vitality have been taking heads-up, dry fights, and winning them out.
I mean, even in that round there, you see the impact that just spotting ZywOo as the guy the kill feed brings. They know he's dinked in that first Tech-9 fight, and even then, Slend is so dubious about trying to face him.
This is crazy.
ZywOo's 6 health the entire time, and he never leaves that back pillar. Flames watches on from the market.
Yeah,
frustrating round.
He knows getting that kill wins the round, really, or at least sets GamerLegion up with their best possibility. Now we have Vitality flexing even more, as if it wasn't enough. Through the smoke, ZTR put to his last legs. And Flamesy gets out, doesn't need to overcommit. Vitality already have forced a lot of util and a lot of pressure out of this round. GamerLegion is still scared of middle. No one even in position. It's ZywOo holding ramp with the AWP, waiting for Volt, who has util if he wants to execute. We've seen this play before with Volt doing A smoke and coming out 4 middle. Torsen with window smoke lined up as well. So there's that jungle smoke trying to put pressure on the A site. Vitality didn't fall for it last time. They went for the mid crunch and they look ready to do it again. Team bit slower this time, but Apex just swings out dry.
Oh, backstab. Good timing on this for Flammer. Swings, no, quick turn. 180. And so GamerLegion, they work so hard for the one kill they get down here in middle, and it's all in vain. The only kill in the round coming from Flammers on that lower tunnel peak.
It's Vitality we came to see today, that's for sure.
Well, you know, I mean, one of the big discussions in this, final event of the year at the Major is who's going to be taking that top one spot. And there's sort of 3 candidates floating around for it. We just saw Monacy play, falling down to the Mongols in his opening match. Here, ZywOo firing on all cylinders. He's the other guy up for the discussion. Donk, meanwhile, playing over on the B stream. Currently losing to Furia.
Interesting.
Still time to course correct that one.
Yeah.
So right now, ZywOo's left the greatest impression in terms of the start, as this looks like a pretty breezy game for Vitality thus far.
And every time we've seen, ZywOo, or ever since he entered that top 20, he's been either #1 or #2 ranked in the world. 5 years in a row now. 3 #1s, just trading blows with Simple.
Currently tied for the most #1s with Simple. So if he achieves it again, that is a record broken for ZywOo.
On the flip side, if this is a bad tournament for Vitality, if Donk raises up the roof, I think there's a world where we could see, ZywOo not get hit for the first time ever, not be in that top 2, not be in that conversation. Right now, it's not looking like the world we live in. ZywOo playing a great game, 15-4. Vitality flexing their muscles in middle. Finally, a punish kill comes in for Volt. GamerLegion haven't had that in their wheelhouse all game long. ZywOo is playing with a pistol right now. He's playing with GamerLegion. 4-on-4. Trade out in connector. Window boost works out for Torsen. No flick today for ZywOo. GamerLegion looking to break in the last round of the half.
Apex still inside of the site, but over the stairs. Slen should have his number here. Apex goes swinging and brings Volt down to 1 HP. That leaves it all on Mezzi. Lower tunnels flank, and right now ZTR out in middle. Gonna have to be that first kill. He's actually going hunting for Mezzi here and brings him down so low. There shouldn't be a world in which Mezzi can win this. So GamerLegion looking to do good on the promise of a third at least after these openers found down in middle off the back of the window boost and these challenges up through the connector. They've done enough to break through with a 3-round half. Vitality let one slip right down the tail end of that first half.
I think we can forgive them. That was a beautiful half of CS for Vitality. Just heads-up dueling the whole way along. Flames swinging out connector, pushing top mid, always having teammates by his side. Spinks getting value as well. And ZywOo, the reinforcement policy when they need him. Always on the B site, on the B hits. Vitality loosen their grip in the last round, but doesn't feel like it's going to be consequential. So here we go, second half for GamerLegion as they really meet their maker. Save. Oh, Apex forgot his gun. He goes back for it. He loses his spawn. Sorry, guys. Sorry. But he is the flash after all. Gonna pop Vitality into this B-bomb site with it. CTR jump spotting, has a molly to block. That could be nice. And a double under crunch as well. No one's actually watching this aggressively. So Flamesy, how long does he stay here? Patience paying off. One more man down below. Flammers hopes they come his way. Two P250s and a flashbang is the buy. So we saw that player on top ticket. He gets so much control.
ZTR, this is awkward. They're getting closer as the nades come out. Gets out with the kill on a Sphinx. They should be able to run him down here. Back of the site, he gets caught swinging. Backstab is on for Flammus, but Apex casts his eye back into the apartments, and a clean tap gets rid of that late lurk, or early lurk rather, from Flammus. Volt dinked up earlier on at 1 point of health, has to up and leave, and so with pistol rounds secured for Vitality, the rest of this game is very quickly feeling just like a formality. They are teed up for the victory.
Really slow and steady for Vitality as well. Sure, they can just call a confident rush, but at that point you're relying that GamerLegion don't have a stack. They wait for ZywOo to get a lot of space in this round. They punish the opening move for GamerLegion, and then they just overwhelm the B-bomb site. I like ZTR's protocol. Good molly, good nade, got a lot of damage and a kill. But he was already a man down. Vitality just have more to work with. That's what it feels like right now, 10-3.
Yeah, I mean, on every measurable metric, Vitality outdo GamerLegion, right? The stars are hitting harder, the stars are more experienced and more proven. The captain of this team, more experienced, more proven, more titles under his belt. And so, you know, Vitality should have been the favorites coming into this. They should have looked to outdo the scoreline they put up against GamerLegion last time. And that's in spite of GamerLegion having leveled up across the event. This is the exact turn of form you wanted to see from Vitality to open up their run in the elimination stage.
All right, mid-rush, but are they ready for double Balk right now? GamerLegion trying to catch them off guard at the moment. Volt on top, they still don't know. There's so many CTs coming in for the kills. Apex is an ugly spray. Can they chase him down? Yes, in time. My God, Vitality, they can't stick the landing on these anti-force buy rounds. It's what let them down in the first half. And a nice rotate for Slend reinforces B. They can keep this stack on the other side of the map. ZywOo and Sphinx, never a duo to count out. But good positions taken from GamerLegion. My fear is the 1v1s, right? They're not set up to trade, really. They're set up to bait for a ramp push or a palace play, but it's up middle where Vitality will find easy 1v1s. And if Vitality contact and get a bomb plant on B, they should be ready for a man in the apartment.
Yeah, I just think the main thing here is Slend can't be caught jumping the gun, right? He has to wait for everyone else to group, and they have to play this retake together. If he gives up an early kill here, that's the road opened for Vitality to a 2v4.
Yeah, they're going to read it. He could play before the plant, but he can't play after the plant. It's going to come down now. Spot coming in. Open plant. ZywOo punished. And there's Sphinx with a turn. Slend plays off Torsen. GamerLegion find the forcing.
Force by was again to open up the second half. Now, if you're GamerLegion, you're saying, okay, last time we won the pistol, we lost to their force, we replied with a force buy of our own.
So much
but
worse.
in the end, Vitality were the ones able to win that out after a tussle to open up this map. This time you have to hold on to it. GamerLegion want any hope of saving themselves in this series. Opening kills have meant a hell of a lot to the GamerLegion squad. When you saw them get the opener there, that's always been the requirement for their round wins outside of the pistol, where they had a fast trade, but they did lose the opening kill. Other than that, in every other round they've found, they've gone up 5v4. That's been a prerequisite to the round win.
Crazy.
So no one die first. That's what you're thinking if you're GamerLegion here. No one be that first domino to fall. Slend does have his AWP. And topping the charts for GamerLegion. In a powerful position over towards CT. He's going to be able to be influential in both the A play and this push up through the connector. Torsen just looks away. And those coveted opening kills come up in favor of Vitality. Flammus holds the line, but ZywOo knocks out the AWP. And so Vitality come out swinging.
That's a disastrous round for GamerLegion. Despite Flamus's best efforts, tucked in, ZywOo swings out, and they find all those entries. A missed shot for Slend cost them. Devastating.
Now ZywOo says thank you for the AWP. He wouldn't have had one in this T side.
So early. I mean, I don't really blame Slend for buying it. He wants to get as many AWP rounds as he can out on CT Mirage, but it is against the Pistols, and they just flood into that bomb site. Well-placed shots for Vitality. We know they are good for it, but I did not think that round would come through so clean. GamerLegion, last legs. Limbless right now.
Throughout the tournament, GamerLegion have had good synergy between their players. Surprisingly good synergy for how little this team has had time together. And they've been good at the trade work. They felt pretty safe at sticking the landing and trades, but here it feels like a lot of bodies are just playing not to die, and that's giving Vitality a bunch of these 1v1s to open up rounds. You can kind of feel the pressure of now facing genuine top-tier opposition striking GamerLegion down.
I think it's just reassuring for Vitality to me, as GamerLegion get a swift dose of reality in this opening BO1. An opener they lost before, but one that could fall even more dominantly in favor of Vitality. A split coming in, nice double up for the captain. Can he escape though? They're chasing him through the middle. There's a shot for Apex, catching him through the pixel. Trading out in con, leaves Slend stuck in a box. He calls for Flamus' support. They're actually they drop the bomb. They're pushing in for the kill. This might cost them. There's 2 CTs here, but still Flames finds them both. 3 kills, and Vitality shut this game down. Force by a side, GamerLegion have had nothing.
You are a Vitality fan. This was the exact form you wanted them to showcase to open up their run in Shanghai. Flamus secures an opener on an aggressive push all the way through Palace.
Tried his best. He really has. He's done everything and more. MP9's in your face to catch you by surprise.
It's in these rounds where GamerLegion don't have a lot to work with, so they play like they have nothing to lose, that they hit that much harder, right? It's these aggressive early moves that have been the most successful thing for GamerLegion. The moment they have guns, they almost get scared to make them. And I think that's kind of the sad thing about them, you know, figuring this out at 12-4 deep in the game. You can't really blame GamerLegion if in the next round they do go back to the more stagnant holds.
They've just been super static on CT, and they've actually had decent setups, but every repeat has been punished. If they don't nail their first shot, which they often haven't, they've looked pretty cold individually. Vitality, quite the antithesis of that, have punished every single repeat in this game and sometimes forced them themselves. So yeah, static play has not worked for GamerLegion. And to be honest, Harry, static play is the definition of this round right now. So watch Vitality pull out a 2v5. It wouldn't surprise me with how this game has gone.
Torsten's left entirely to his own devices here. Flames, will he check this? That's the big question. If Torsten falls, and the round could go with it. ZywOo just on the deagle.
Here we go.
1v5 attempt for ZywOo. 2 kills deep already, donning that AWP. Weapon of choice for ZywOo. And this is scary. Just the name strikes fear into the hearts and minds of GamerLegion. Lines them up on the deagle, but just shy of the 1v5 clutch. GamerLegion stay in this for one more round.
Oh, come on. No one's happy about that. That could have been a crazy highlight. That could have been insane. A nice save from Volts with a double at the end. To think if that was the AWP for ZywOo, he could have collated them. Very nice deagle shots. Bomb plant damage and static. GamerLegion shrink into their seats after getting one deagged. Very close. 12-5 now. Nothing to do but try for GamerLegion.
I mean, there's a nice start in this round, right? They've got aggressive mid to open. This is good. I think it would be so tempting to just play as safe as you possibly can, but they took the risk of clearing out mid early, so they have forward info here. They've got faster rotates, these crucial man advantages. They've secured that in spades to open up this round. Missed shot from the Slend AWP. Second shot does not connect either. Apex goes chasing. They give up the angle, they give up the line. They're going to boost ZywOo up onto the stairs now. But they're both very, very wounded. 30 points of health, split evenly between Apex and ZywOo. Playing the trade game back in spawn. This is looking far tighter for GamerLegion. Oh, but Apex has just complicated matters. Slend knocked out. ZywOo dead at the connector. As the two low HP players face off, and Apex with an immediate call to reposition. He's expecting anxiety from GamerLegion. He's thinking they're going to be slow to get on this bomb, and so it's given him some time to set himself up ramp side. Swings wide. Apex denies that defuse, but kit retrieved. ZTR with the trade. And so GamerLegion stick the landing, deny another clutch the way of Vitality.
Yeah, nice try for Apex. Hedgie smoked off Palace. He reads it really well that if they have any util, he's going to get blocked in that position. Bomb not for him either, so almost catches the clutch up in a 1v2. But GamerLegion are fighting valiantly on this CT side. It just comes too late, it feels, to count out Vitality from having that one pop-off round that shuts out this map. They even believe in this eco round. Full buy on 2. ZywOo and Apex just wanting to finish this. And they're using the rifles to peer into middle, boost and underpass. Vitality can just walk through this as far as they're concerned. They see no one con right now. They believe in it. GamerLegion got to watch out on the perimeter. Boost up for ZywOo later to play. GamerLegion giving away no kills here. Letting Slend work with the AWP.
Oh, Flammus. Kind of a wild opener to find. It was Apex attempting to walk up short. That's one of these two guns stripped away from Vitality. Bomb left all the way back in top of middle, and so with only 45 seconds left, this round actually hinges on finding the kills. Someone's got to go back and get that. ZywOo tiptoeing around through jungle, might have a chance at the freebie. It's an awkward spray for ZywOo. He narrowly manages to survive as GamerLegion on the verge of a 7th round. Can ZywOo find this AWP?
Would be nice. Oh, he's just missed it.
Looked like the call just came in time for Slend, that this was open, this was an option, and now he's turned back around to watch the spawn side. So it's cleanly done here for GamerLegion to find themselves a 7th. Starting to streak together some rounds now. And because money was put into that last one for Vitality, they are going to be missing some pieces here, even a timeout called in. What could have been a very straightforward game for Vitality has turned a little more complicated. Now they still have plenty of runway to close this out. 5 more chances to put this one to rest. But this next buy going to have its fair share of limitations. Safe to say GamerLegion have gotten more active in how they're approaching the early rounds. They're finding their footing a little bit more in this series. The problem they're going to have, and this is a big problem, is all it takes is one round from any of these 3-star players on Vitality. Your ZywOos, your Spinks, your Flames. We'll want to see what the game he's having. Even Apex could have a very legit case made for him. All it's going to take is losing that first opening fight and not having the trade, and suddenly you're in a world of hurt.
Love to see some ego for Vitality here. Play like the favorite, like they were doing all CT side long. Smoked out in B when they were looking for a pick, and Slend actually finds Apex to start this round. He's still stuck out under, looking for a little bit more. Whiff shot for Slend. Not his first time Flames. Oh, dear.
No, that
and that's
push
all
from
it takes.
ZTR.
That's all it takes, Harry.
Slend out on an island, tries so hard to win that round single-handedly on the AWP, but that shot misses. ZTR tries to make up for it, getting aggressive over a B, and ends up feeding the beast. Vitality now group for the B. After one missed shot from an AWP and one overextension from ZTR, as Vitality deliver us the opening game this squad had to show. ZywOo topping the charts, and as it stands right now, the only man in the running for top 1 wins out his opening match.
And there we go, Vitality doing the business.